Hey, welcome to Classic Performance. And you are not going to believe this place. We are at the largest classic car sales lot, junkyard, collection, whatever it is in the Southeast and possibly even in the nation. Hundreds and hundreds of cars here, from old trucks to European cars, El Caminos, Camaros, Rolls Royces, anything you could imagine is out here. RVs, everything. We're going to take a walk around this entire lot and look at almost every car out here that's unique. We'll see Lincolns, we'll see Cadillacs, we'll see Chevelles, pickup trucks, you name it. So come along with us. Let's take a look at what Classic Cars of South Carolina has to offer here today. So we're going to kind of give you an aerial shot here of the front of the place. So we're going to start on the very far left, on your left here with the green Chevy Suburban, and then we're going to work our way from left to right, starting going down the front row. We'll get to the 68 Camaro Rally Sport. We'll come on down, as you can see, to the K10 Chevy truck, short bed, the yellow one there. We'll keep going on down towards the white 58 Cadillac, and so on and so forth. So we'll come left to right down the front row, and then we'll kind of weave back up the second row and back and forth, and then we're going to go all the way to the back of the property, which you can't see in this shot, but we're going to be into the woods, and that's where the real good stuff is. So let's go, and we're going to start with the Chevy Suburban. So let's just start with the Chevy. It's a 1950s. I've got a list of everything that's out here, but it's a 1950s 3800. It's the 3/4 ton, I guess it is, 3/4 ton panel truck. Great looking truck, almost no rust on the body, and it does have a floor shift on it. But Chevrolet 3800. Right next door to it, a Rally Sport Camaro. 327. This is probably the original Bumblebee kind of striping that was on it. It is a Rally Sport. I wonder if, yeah, we can get the old hood open here. It's got a small block Chevy in it. You can see the vacuum equipment and so forth. So this looks like it's a real Rally Sport. Just not much left of it, but hey, it is indeed a Camaro Rally Sport. And one of the things you can tell, we've got the Rally Sport emblems here. It's got a pretty roached out interior, as you can see. It does have a white or cream color interior in it. And on a Camaro Rally Sport, we've got the RS here, and then down below, these are the backup lights. So this is a real Rally Sport. We've got something from England right over here. That would make a great gasser. Beardmore. I've never even heard of a Beardmore. 51 Chevy. Runs really well, very solid. 51 Chevy for $6,500. Custom Deluxe. K10 Chevy truck, 4-wheel drive, brand new tires on it. Still got the blue on it. I don't know why someone would have cut that back out there, but probably because they were going to replace some rust. Got a little bit of interstate traffic behind me. 1980 C10 short bed Chevy, 2-wheel drive. I can see where someone has already tried to put a patch panel in this truck right here. A lot of you guys love these old Chevy 4-wheel drive K-Series, K10, K20 trucks, but good one right there. Good cab corners, 4-wheel drive Chevy truck. So we come over here, we've got a Chevy 68, 67 maybe, Impala, Volkswagen camper van, Galaxy 500, 63 maybe, tops down. I bet it's full of water. Maybe a 64 on that. Chevy long bed 2-wheel drive. This is a 72. Not bad shape. It's a Cheyenne model, the Cheyenne 10 series, so that means it's a half-ton truck, 1500. Old Jeep 4-wheel drive. What was that? A Cherokee Chief. It's got the square headlights, so that's probably 1980ish or so. T-top Z28. When it has this air induction hood on it like this with the flappers in the back, that indeed is an 80 or 81 Z28. It's got the optional aluminum wheels on it, burgundy interior, good T-tops, automatic car, $8,500. And you can just look all along here. LTD Ford, 64 Chevy right here, another four-wheel drive Chevy truck. We've got a 58 Chevy right here, kind of a 57, 58 Chevy pickup, or GMC Chevrolet pickup, I guess, over there. I mean, we're going to go over this whole place. This is not going to be a short upload. You want a Cadillac? Let's check out this Cadillac right here. Wonderful fins on it, exhaust right through the rear bumpers. This is a 19, I would say this is a 58 Cadillac. But really the body is not that bad on it. All the glass is good. Interior is not too bad. All these cars all smell the same too. They've got that same smell in there. We'll see if we can figure out exactly what year this is. I think it's a 58. Still got the inspection stickers down here it's like from the 70s of when the car was serviced. And you take a look on the front, you know, right here, you can't probably see that, but this car still has a T3 headlight. If you're familiar with old General Motors products and older cars, you'll know what a T3 headlight is. That's an original headlight, most likely. Or there's a T3 as well. You know, people pay good money just for these headlights right here. Beautiful T3 headlight. You can note that by the triangle right here. This is a 58. Take a look at the Studebaker truck. This is a Sinclair gas truck. You can see it says Sinclair right there. It's a Studebaker. I think this is also a 58 Studebaker oil tanker. And it probably had duals on the back, looking at the way the rim is flipped inside out. We got another Cadillac right here, and I'm kind of right next to a busy road, interstate, so you can hear the traffic, but this is a 1930s Cadillac, I would imagine. These are the side-mounted fenders, and you just unlatch that, open it up, and you pull your fender right out of here. So side-mounted fenders, and kind of indicative of that 1930s styling with these headlights and the grill and all that kind of Art Deco. It doesn't say what year it is. I've got a sheet. Volkswagen Rabbit pickup truck with a camper shell. You know, we just keep coming across here another Chevrolet, early 80s. No, it's a 76 Cadillac. I'd probably pass on that. You know, we're looking back over here. We got a Dodge. How about a Dodge? Probably a 1-ton. And this is it even says on the front here, farm truck. And on the front windshield, it says it runs great. We'll consider a trade, 58 Dodge. It's got the split hood. Some kind of a V8 in there. It looks like the spark plugs go in little notches below the valve cover. Pretty cool how these hoods work. And this was also a tanker, and this is also a Dino Sinclair oil tank. Thought that was an alarm. That's the door squeaking. But you can look on the inside of here, and it is a floor shift. Very basic, but it's all there. Pretty good. You know, cab corners where they usually rust out. Dual rears. Just got one on the outside right now, but you know, great looking Dodge. Got another Jeep Cherokee right here. 72 Ford F100. No engine in it. Another Chevy, probably 3100. It says something plumbing and heating, and phone number there. 3,500 bucks for the Chevy. We got a Lincoln, got a Camaro, Lincoln Continental here, convertible, and look at the headlights on this thing. It almost kind of looks like a little bit like a Chrysler, but it is indeed a Lincoln, and there's your Lincoln emblem. Let me tell you, folks, we're still on the front row. 69 Mustang Coupe. We got a 62 maybe Ford right there. An El Camino or GMC Sprint. GMC. I thought it was an El Camino. It does actually kind of have the 72 GMC Sprint. It does have the kind of the cowl hood, or what we used to call the heavy Chevy hood. So that's a 72 GMC Sprint. 12.5 for that one. Really not bad shape. And GMC motorhome back here. Z28, probably a 90. What do you think this is? 92, 93. Z28. Mustang Grande. And gosh, they keep going. We're going to keep walking around here. There's a lot more to see. I mean, just stick with us. This is absolutely insane, the number of cars they've got here. He just 64 Chevy. This is a really nice looking truck here. 18,000. Suzuki Sidekick. We got a Mustang 2. If you'll remember, the Mustang 2 Cobra 2 still has the Cobra on the grill right here. You remember these things from the 70s, pretty sharp looking. You get them with a 302 and a 4-speed. Even this one is a 4-speed car. Got the rear slats on the back. Oh man, 77 Pontiac Firebird right here. 94 Z28 T-tops, 4,000 bucks. You know, we're going fast. There's a lot to see. Pontiac Tempest convertible right there. Chevy stepside, probably a 68. Looks like maybe a 57 Chevy Nomad right here. 64-ish, 65-ish Chevy C10. Camaro has to be a 74 or later with that bumper on it. It's got a wraparound rear window. It's a 75 or later, so we can see it does have the wraparound rear window, so that's a 75 or later. Got a Duster over here. And some of these things are pretty hacked up. I don't know what you would do with that. And some of these tubs. El Camino, a little bit older one. I mean, looking at the front of this, it's got kind of the Camaro steel rallies on it. It's got the heavy Chevy kind of cowl induction hood. That's a 70. You would have had the 4 headlights, 2 and 2 in the grill. So if you're looking for an El Camino or Chevelle, 70 is the one to have. Here it is right here, 4,000 bucks. You can walk away with this Chevelle. We're gonna keep cruising through here a little bit more. Falcon, right here, MGB, chrome bumper MGB with steel wheels. 41 Ford and Mercedes. I mean, I'm not even gonna go up there. I mean, these cars are absolutely everywhere. But here's I guess this is it's a Princess. Princess. I thought it was a Rolls Royce. It's a Princess. If you know what a Princess is, leave it in the comments. Obviously it's British. It's got a Lucas headlight right here, but it looks like a Rolls Royce, but it's obviously a British car. The Queen probably rode in that at some point in her life. Going towards the back here, more interesting things. We've got a Cadillac, and this looks like a 64. Sure is. It's a 64 four-door Cadillac. And just so we don't miss anything, we got a C4 Corvette right here, another impact bumper Camaro, Jeep truck up here, another Chevy. This Chevy right here looks like to be maybe a 70. Don't know my grills as well. I think that's a 70 grill. This is a long bed K20, and you can see right here it says 20. So this is a 3/4 ton with a 350. But you can see the hubs right here. This is a four-wheel drive truck. So that's our Cadillac 64 right here, and just going down, just hang in here with us. Ford Torino. Here's a flatbed dually, 68, maybe 67 with that grill, maybe a 70. Long bed here. Oh, here's a Ford Ranchero. I think that's what that is, a 69 Ranchero. And we've got a 70s El Camino right here. Rabbit. I think that's a GTI. Interesting thing about this Volkswagen, it's got the European license plate holder in it, just for fun. Let's look on the inside and see if this is a gray market car. And I can't see in there, but that is in miles per hour, so it's a US spec cabriolet. You know, if you need a big box truck, there's a Ford right there. Another E350 Super Duty. We got a Ford van. You want to open up a mobile food truck, this old Chevy van right here would be exactly what you'd want. It would do the trick. So we're going to jump ahead and kind of go more towards the back of the property. Of course, we'll show you a map here and kind of tell you where we are from Google Earth. But, you know, I can see a Bonneville convertible over there, a fastback like a 72 Mustang Mach 1 with the rear wing on it. That's a Mercedes over there. So we'll do a little more investigating in the back areas and see what we got over here. You know, we got plenty of wheels and tires. This is a kind of a Magnum 500 rim right here. We got a turbine rim over there. You might remiss Tire Shop, but you remember the old Road Hugger G60 15 belted? I think we ran these on the back of many cars. There's a set right here with perfect tread Road Huggers. I mean, that goes way back right there. You've got a Chrysler way back here, and we'll just come around. And you got school buses. That's like a Buick Riviera back there. We've got another Mustang right here. I think this is a 65 or 66, but it's got 4 lug hubs on it, and sure enough, straight six motor. So 4 lugs, straight 6 motor. This right here is that a Studebaker? Looks like it is to me. I mean, how long has this stuff been here? And what are the chances? And I was telling you, here's a 68. So here's the side gills instead of just the little emblem like on the earlier one. These actually have the kind of fake vented gills on the side, which I like a little better. 65 or 66 with the small back tail lights. Another 65, I think, right here, which is the vertical vent. This one right here, 67. 65. It's just Mustang City around here. Chevy wagon. This Pontiac right here, it's a shame it's sitting here with the top down, but it's got all the chrome. I mean, the rockers look good. It's got the rocker trim, and it is a Bonneville, but you know, the floorboards are just roached in it. I'm just sitting here. Chevy Impala, Mercedes, C-Class or something, E-Class, yeah, E320, Skylark, Buick Skylark. We've got the front end of a GMC truck over here. Another notchback or coupe or grande Mustang right here. I think that's a Firebird flatback glass, so that's a 74 Firebird. 63 Impala. Oh, 67, 68 Chevrolet Impala there. This is kind of Chevy row. You can see all the front ends of the Chevy smiling at you here. Very interesting. Lots of Chevys. I mean, if you need Chevy parts, you know, that's a 63 back here, another 63 here. This one is 64 maybe with the parking lights down below. 63's got the parking lights up high near the headlights. This one also has the lower parking lights right there. Very interesting. Come out here, just study just the different vehicles. Corvair. We've seen several Corvairs. I just haven't shown them to you. This is a later one. This is kind of like the 66 or 67 Monza maybe. And another road hugger, G7015, looks like on a Buick Magnum 500 rim. So just crazy, man. We're still walking. I mean, this place is absolutely huge. And just, I don't know what that is. Oh, I see an AMX down here. We'll check that out. Another Pontiac. Got a GMC 1 ton. 326, if I'm not mistaken. The 326 on a Pontiac was the overhead cam 6-cylinder. And no, I guess that 326 was a V8. What was the overhead cam 6? And this is an air conditioning car, 2-barrel V8. That's a Le Mans. It's not a GTO. Like a 66 or 67 Chevelle. This is the Javelin right here, and that's a Javelin SST. If you know what the SSTs are, got an old Krager rim on the back. That's a 290 equipped car. Here's our Chevelle. I don't know if it's a super sport or big block, small block. We're not going to investigate that. Another Le Mans sitting right here. Chrysler back here. That's as far as we're going to go. We got an old Ford truck back there the tree fell on. And everything out here is for sale. I mean, you could buy this entire place if you wanted it. I don't know why you would want it, but it's for sale. An F-350 Ford Ranger. I don't know what year that is. Probably a 74, 5, 6, something like that. Chevelle, Pontiac, and that's the what was that? The Grand Prix right here. Probably a 70 maybe. You know, it still has the tag on it. You know, I'm not going to get into trying to read that. Body by Fisher, of course. Here's a C50 Chevy, and that looks like a C50 Chevy rollback. Pretty complete truck. Got some big apparatus on the back, but it's definitely a rollback, and you can see the controls in the side right there. Got an old Chevy truck right back here. That and behind it is like a Coca-Cola trailer with the roll-up doors. And here's a great looking truck. You know, you see these a lot in Chevys. This is a GMC, and it's got the V6 on the side of it. So this is I think what we'd call the big block V6, and it's a 64, 65 GMC. I don't quite know the years specifically. Let's see if we get the hood open and see if this does have it's got nothing in here, so the big V6 is gone. But you know, that's a good looking solid truck, and you don't see the GMC style nearly as much as you see the Chevrolet. And it's a short bed. Last inspection here was 96, and that's when they discontinued inspections in South Carolina, so it could have been on the road after that. Here's a grill. It got a little hot, melted that, but you got a whole grill for like a 70 Chevy C10. This is kind of Chevy row back here. Here's a later one with the plastic grille. This is like a 72 of that same body style, but a 72. And of course it has the side marker lights, which kind of came in 70, 71, 72. Long bed, and it's got the deluxe trim right here. So this might have been a Cheyenne package or something other than the custom deluxe. I don't see what it says on it. Kind of a hugger orange. This right here is another, I think another Cadillac, like a 58 Cadillac sitting right here. I see a Dunlop GT qualifier. I like these old tires. The Uniroyal steel belted radial that came on Z28s in the late 70s and early 80s as a factory tire. School buses, if you want a school bus, make you a party rig out of it, going to the races, got you right here. Got a Buick Riviera here with the kind of the clamshell hideaway headlights. You can see how they work. The top and bottom closes and it opens like this. So it goes, and it also has a T3 headlight. So this just, you can see how it works. It comes on down, we'll close it up like that, and we'll put it to sleep here. We'll close this one too. So this is the hideaway headlights on this two-door Buick Riviera. Pretty nice looking, straight, solid car, and it just has regular steel wheels on it, but these often have the Buick Rally wheels. That's your Buick Riviera. And here's an interesting frame. You know, this is an old frame, and look at the big, you know, vented or thin drums on it with the articulating arm for the shock absorber and hydraulic brake lines. It's an X frame, and it goes on back. The exhaust came out the side, it went back in the frame here, and then out the back. And I don't know what kind of car this was, but it's a full frame. It's got a muffler and kind of a resonator there. Interesting frame. You know, here's one you don't see every day and see every day in a junkyard. A Rebel convertible, not only just a Rebel, but it's a Rebel SST. It says SST right below the Rebel convertible. You could have this car, little side scoop here, you could have this Rebel SST convertible with a, I think it was a 290 V8 SST for $2,500. You know, people are buying cars here. Mercedes SL with a hard top. Leaving out of here, this car is sold. So these aren't just to look at. Everything here is for sale. Here's a 64 Grand Prix, $2,500. I mean, some of the trim and stuff on this car is probably worth that. Love this old Ford right here. I don't know what year it is, but just an old Ford pickup truck. Kind of looks like more of a heavy duty truck. Got the gold Duster right here with the Keystone Classic rims on it. And we got another 58 Chevy over here, about a 1980. Oh, that's a Caballero, so that's a GMC equivalent of the El Camino, and an 89 El Camino. This is a Champ right here. Probably another 64, 65, 66 Chevy truck. Corvair, earlier Corvair, and then another Chevy C10. So I mean, it just keeps going on and on and on and on. Simply amazing. You got to come out here and check this. Hey, you want a rail buggy? Got one right here. Single port motor. Good looking rail buggy. All this stuff is for sale, so you got to come check it out, and you can go online too and check out all these deals. We've got a Barth motorhome here. I think it's got a 454 Chevy in it, and this old motorhome right here, it almost looks like maybe it was a bus at one time, because up at top it might have had the route on it, but I think it's an old bus with the rounded back in it. But it's got a 671 Detroit diesel in it, 77 Jeep. We got a boat back there, 77 Pontiac Trans Am. Of course, it's a Trans Am because it's got the vents on the fender, the shaker hole in the hood right here. I've got a Airstream camper back there, probably from the 70s, a little crunched in the front. 63 GMC Suburban V8 4-speed. Good looking truck right there. We're on the back on the front line here. We got a Corvette, a Continental, looks like a 58 Bel Air, another Trans Am with the TA 6.6 liter motor and T-tops, Lincoln Continental, 76 Corvette, 54 Ford back here. Looks like an old Galaxy down there. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. Told you there are cars from all over the world. Here's a 1969 Austin America. It'd be kind of like the Austin Mini. I don't know what the America is compared to the Mini. It looks a little bit longer. If you know, leave it in the contents. 57 Ford. This is the one where the roof retracts into the trunk. Retractable convertible 57 Ford. And our Galaxy, what is that, a 69 maybe? Got a Corvette over here. We'll check out the Corvette since we're over here. Got a couple of Vettes. Chrome bumper car, small block 350 hood. Nothing really special about it. T-top car, but it is a chrome bumper car. Got a whole bunch of motors here. These look like Pontiac motors right here. Right here. We got a small block Chevy, a couple other small block Chevys. That one there looks like a Buick or Oldsmobile motor. Lots of old motors. We've got another Camaro right here. This Camaro is a 67 and 327 car. It's got the badge on it. Side vent window right here is indicative of a 67 only year, 67, 68, 69, where they had that side vent window. So it's a 67 Camaro, and let's see, we got a price on the hood. You could have that Camaro for $5,000. Chevy 57 right here says it's sold, but who knows. Pretty good looking 57 Chevy, and I don't see much on the inside. It looks like there's no floor shifter, so it might have been an automatic on the column. But 57 Chev F-150 custom 4-wheel drive, and Torino. This looks like a 70 Torino fastback. Still has the Torino Sport Rally hubcaps on it. If you remember those, it's got 2 on this side, and we'll see if maybe it has a few more on the other side. I don't know much about Torinos. Motor's complete with the breather. We'll see if we can take a look under the hood here. Yeah, I mean, she is complete, absolutely complete, even with the stovepipe. Ugh. And it's got one hubcap on that side, so that's your like a 70 Torino. You know, the perfect time to come out to a place like this is a day like today. It's kind of in the winter, and it's in the 40s, beautifully sunny, so it feels kind of warm outside, but you don't have to worry about the snakes and the critters and the bees and wasps and things coming out of these cars. Ford 3000 tractor with forks on it. Fairlane, another Pontiac. I was telling you about that Mustang with the wing on the back right there. It's still got some remnants of some Magnums on it. They look like 14-inch, but yeah, you don't want to come out to a place like this in the middle of the summer, because you'll be stung by wasps, you'll be bit by snakes, get chiggers, who knows what'll happen. So the wintertime is a perfect place to come out here. And of course, we've interspersed some aerial views so you can just see how big this place is. And like I said, watching where I'm going here, I don't want to get some metal in my foot and have to get a tetanus shot. But classic cars of South Carolina. This is in Fountain Inn, South Carolina. So I hope you enjoyed the tour. It was kind of a long one. And if you like the channel, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notification bell so you know when we do more content like this, if you like this kind of content. So we appreciate you sticking to the end. And if you stuck to the end of this video, say you did in the comments, and I'll react to it. I'll like it. I'll give it a thumbs up as well. So thanks for your time. And this is Classic Performance from Fountain Inn, South Carolina. Classic cars of South Carolina. Take care. Have yourself a great day.